I'm back. This is Chandler from Melda Production. I know maybe a few months ago I made something about a swelling in effect and how to do that for guitar, but I found another way to do this, and this time it has to do with a new feature added to MTurboamp. So let's go through this. First, I'll just show you what I have. I have DI Fix on there. I'm using MTurboamp, and I'm just using the Apollo amp with these settings. I have M Cabinet here, just with this setting, nothing too particular, and I have MTurbo Delay, just for a bit of delay and, ambiance, I guess. Make this a little bit smaller, a bit too big. There we go. So let's play our little audio sample here. Okay, and let's get into it. Recently in MTurboamp, they added something new. So if I turn this other instance on, we'll look in here, a little bit big, but inside the distortion here, we have this compander. So what this will do is it's going to compress it and also expand it at the same time. It's much easier if you just listen to it. So let's move it here, move this wet dry all the way up to 100% wet. I'm going to bring the threshold down. You can change the ratio, but for this, let's just leave it as infinity. Let's bring the release down a little bit and move the attack up. If you have it here, you'll hear it, but it'll be really slight. So let's move it around to like 50 or so. So we're first going to go through this, which I have the compander on, and then it's going to go into our amp and then the cabinet. So let's hear it going through this with this compander on. So hopefully you can hear that fading in sound. If you want more, and especially with more gain, we can just copy this and then paste it here with the same settings. Okay, let's hear it one more time. And there you go. Now with this, I'm actually adding some gain, and I made a device. Hopefully this will make it into MTurboamp. I don't know if it will or not, but I have it here, and I have just a pedal, which isn't finished. You see it looks pretty bad, but I have a softening time, amount of softness, I have gain there, etc. So I can, really drive this if I want and go from a plain sound like this with this off completely clean. If I turn it on, turn the gain up just a little bit. And you see here, I have the softening time that adjusts all three of these at the same time, so I can get it really long like this, 150 milliseconds. Or shorter like this. Should probably turn the gain, it's coming out of there a little bit hot, but you get the idea. So with this, there's a lot of things you can do. I'm experimenting with it a little bit, see if I can get some kind of like amp sag effects out of this also, but I thought this was a really nice thing to get a violin tone for your guitar. Let me get my guitar here myself. There are a lot of things you can do with this. Unfortunately, if you play lots of notes in succession, it's not going to work because it's already on like this. So you need to put space in between it like that. Not this. Like that. But if you use legato, it does sound pretty nice, at least to me. So play with with that yourself. There's all sorts of variations you can come up with. I'm going to experiment with this a little bit more. I probably need to change the release times to make it a little bit more quick. But I think this is a really cool thing you can do, and it's fairly easy. So hopefully this will make it into MTurboamp in the future. But if not, do it yourself. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Leave me any questions or comments down below, and check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com. Till next time, see you.